Now the problem is you're going to take it out and then next time you go away, you're going to probably need it. And I'll set you a challenge. Just good morning, and it is that time of week again. We've got a tip coming up, and this is going to apply for caravans and motorhomes. It's going to help everybody. It's going to help everybody. Got a few clips from the Dusseldorf Caravan show. So a few different things that we saw, a few oddities and rarities. We've been having a move around on the pitch, so just having a bit of a reshuffle. Friday's video, we talked about the caravan market, and prices are finally just starting to actually come down. It's coming actually through at the market level. I think we'd mentioned a few months ago about the prices were dipping in the glasses guide, but it's actually taken effect on market, so we have started to change our prices on the caravans for sale. So if you didn't see that video, that's popping up now. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and drop us a comment. And this week, as I say, we've got a couple of tips, and it's sort of relevant for caravans and motorhomes, and it's quite fitting that we've had a bit of a shuffle round here ourselves, because that sort of leads me on to this week's tip, which is having a shuffle round inside your caravan. Pretty much 99% of people, when we get a caravan that comes in for part exchange, and you start emptying your caravan out, and you start going, right, okay, yeah, we'll clear it all out, get ready to swap over. You find that you've got things in the caravan that you haven't got a clue why you've got them. Not a clue why they're in there. Double of things. So I think we're just coming up to the end of the sort of kids' holiday. So especially over the kids' holidays, I think if you've been away with family, you end up taking everything, something for every eventuality. So a good time to actually go through the caravan and figure out if the stuff that you've got in there, do you really need it? Have you used it? Are you going to be using it? And the knock-on effect that this has with the caravan and even motorhomes, it still has an effect. If you've got a motorhome, you'll find that probably 50% of the stuff that you actually have and take with you don't really need. So you're carrying all this extra weight around that isn't necessary. You don't need it. And then the problem that you have is that the bigger the caravan, the more rubbish you put in there, the more stuff that you sort of cram in every little locker, every little place. And the reality of it is that half the stuff you don't actually need. Yes, you obviously got to take your bare essentials, what you're going to need all the time with you. But 99% of the stuff, if you have a good go through, just even your locker at the front of the caravan, if you've got a gas locker at the front of the caravan, I guarantee that half the stuff in this front locker you don't need. You haven't needed for the last 12 months, but it's in there. Putting extra nose weight onto the caravan, putting extra weight for the car. If you have to manoeuvre the caravan around by hand, if you've got to push it or anything like that, it's all extra weight that's making it more difficult. It's costing you in fuel, the extra fuel that the car is having to use to tow the bigger, heavier caravan. So the extra fuel that it is using on your vehicle to tow the caravan when it's heavier. So it's a great time, and now is the perfect time, because families, yes, definitely, you will have probably finished with your summer holidays, you're getting back now, just starting to get the kids ready for school, etc. So let's have a good clear through the caravan. Really, really go through. You can then give the caravan a good deep clean. It's going to be another couple of weeks, maybe a month or two before you're going to use it again. So do you need half the stuff that is in the caravan? Ask yourself this. If you come to something and think, have I used this in the last 6 months? Now the problem is you're going to take it out, and then next time you go away, you're going to probably need it. And that is the problem, and that's what we always think. But the reality of it is you probably won't need it. So this is then the challenge, to go through your caravan, look underneath all of your seats, all in all the cupboards. If you haven't used it, you probably don't need it. You'll probably find that you've got 2 of each thing. So it's a good time now that sort of it's more towards the end of the season now, which is why we'd sort of done our Friday video on the market, coming to the kids' holiday ending. We get quite a lot of people now start to sort of look and think, oh, actually, we could do with a slightly different van, and that's why we've just reduced prices on our used stock, just to capture that market of people that are coming through. But it is, if you're not thinking about swapping, it's a really, really good time to go through your caravan, have a good check of all the rubbish that you've probably got stored in there, and do you really need it? Just even, I'll set you a challenge, just even going into your gas locker or your little lockers at the side, take the weekend, go and have a look through, and I guarantee 90% of the stuff that you come through, you'll find and you'll go, I don't actually need this, I don't know why I'm carrying it around, I've not used it in the last 2 years, let alone 12 months. So have a good go through, start on your locker, start on the outside bits, and then if you've got time, start to have a good look through on the inside. The other good point of this is trying to get all of the food, all the little bits. We're going to get into that time now where it's sort of, you're getting close to the period where we're going to put the caravan away for a bit of time now. The winter's going to be coming up, the colder weather is coming, and mice, etc. So if we can have a good clean through underneath of our lockers, we can do two things at once. We can clean out underneath the bed boxes, underneath the bed, lockers, etc. Any bits and pieces that might attract mice, we can clean all those out, and we can actually go through the caravan and find out, do we really need it? If you think that you do need it, or you might need it, we can then have a look at plastic boxes. B&M, Argos, there's loads of different places that do the see-through clear plastic boxes that you can stack on top of each other. So if you think, oh, I might need that might not need it the next time, but I might need it, you can put it into a clear plastic box like this coming up now, and then you can visibly see, you can write on the boxes what's in there. So if you need to take it away, you can put it into the caravan nice and easily. If you don't need it, you're not towing all the extra weight around with you for no reason at all, costing you more money. It might be that if you've overloaded the caravan, so if you have exceeded your MTPLM, there's a good chance that this police helicopter might be for you, because you've overloaded your caravan, and in theory you're against the law. You shouldn't be towing the caravan overweight, and it gives them a good opportunity. If you get pulled over on a spot check and they weigh the caravan and the caravan's too heavy, more than what the MTPLM is supposed to be, you're going to get points and a fine. So just a good time to do it, I think. We've got another tip coming up next week. We're going to be looking at different things over this next couple of weeks, and again, a lot of people sort of tend to use the caravan in a couple more times this year, and then it's gone away till next year. So we're going to be starting to get ready for that, and this is the first sort of getting ready for that. Hopefully it's been helpful. Let us know in the comments if you go and have just a quick look in your external lockers. Is 50% of the stuff ever used? Do you really need it? Are you just carrying extra weight round for the sake of it? Let us know in the comments.
That tyre is almost as big as you.
I think it's bigger than me. Now, if we want to go away and we want a proper adventure, this is what we're going in. Come on. We're back on the cab stand. Now have a look at this. One of the features from the outside, obviously the graphics on the outside, those backlights. Have a look at that door.
Oh, there we are.
That's different, isn't it? Now as you walk in this, there's something a little bit special. Just have a look at the design on these front lockers now this year. So we've got this curved design, which a little bit hobby sort of went a little bit like that, and also Adria. So we're going to have a look at some Adrias later on as well. Lovely front lounge. Now we've just had the Coachman Lusso. Now Cabe is part of Coachman, so it's actually Coachman and Cabe are together. Cabe owns Coachman, if I can make that any more easier. So we get this wraparound layout, a little bit like that Coachman Lusso. Nice worktops. We've got similar sort of things as we've seen in the Coachman Lusso. So we've got our electric ring, we've got our nice big fridge freezer, we've got the double.
Like the shape of these cupboards up
It's
here with
they've
this, like, big corner.
they've gone to town on it. Now the reason that I keep mentioning the Coachman Lusso is now that in the UK we're about £50,000, just over £50,000. This is a completely different caravan to the Coachman Lusso, but it's by Cabe, so we're going to compare prices in a minute. We've got bunk beds, so for the kids, fixed bed at the back, so it's actually a 6-berth.
I like this layout.
It is. It's a very, very nice layout. And again, I want you to zoom in a minute once you've had a quick look at that bathroom. At the headboard at the back of the bed. Have a look at that. That's lovely. Features on this are outstanding, and we'll do a little tour around in a minute just to pick out some of the little bits and bobs on here. But in a second we're going to find out what the price is. Let me know in the comments what you think the price is and how does this compare to the Coachman Lusso, and I think you might be shocked. So I'm purposely stood here with my hand over the price because we did a video just recently on the best car and the Coachman Lusso, which were both about £40,000. Obviously brand new, they're about 50 odd now. Over in Europe, the Cabe Royal 780 BGXL. It's 9.4 metres long, so it's a big, big van, bigger than what we've got in the UK. 2,650, so 650 kilos heavier. Have a look at this price. So we've got a base price of 85,500 and then a top price with all of our specs on there of 88,500 for it. Very, very similar sort of lines, but yeah, absolutely stunning. But then when you look at the Cabes at 80,000-90,000 euros, you go, blimey, this is good value for money.
Well, that's all we did, didn't we, at the show? We went, oh, crikey, like, the Lusso is a lot better than this.
Yeah.
A lot less money.
Yeah, it was quite surprising actually, sort of comparing back the Lusso to the other European vans. We've got the Unicorn Caddies. So this has got the single beds, it's got a nice big fridge freezer, and then the washroom at the back, so a lovely family caravan. Let me just double check on the price while you have a look in that washroom. So 19,995 with a maximum weight of 1337 as it stands there now, so nice weight. We had, I think last week we've got a fair few spaces, so we've had a few more vans coming in. We had a quick look at those on the Friday video, but let's get on with our tip. Right, so this week's tip is about your gas. Now, we've said previously about keeping your gas system running. Things like your fridge especially, you've got to run this fridge regularly on the gas, otherwise you are just going to have problems with lighting it and keep it running. So now is a fantastic time to run that fridge up on the gas. Run your other appliances, so your heating system, your water system, give it all a good run on the gas. The chances are that you might not have used it over the summer period, so it's long overdue, so let's give it a good running through. If you've got a hob, now there's something that's just come out because in April there was a bit of a big fire apparently, and it sounds like it was actually a static caravan. But there's been a bit of a shake-up and a bit of a moan about people checking their gas system. So things like this, you've got to make sure that your items that are fitted onto the gas appliances are correct and that you've not got any leaks. So gas leaks, if you've not had the caravan serviced and you don't have the caravan serviced every 12 months, like it's not the law, but you should have it serviced every 12 months. Things like a gas system check, so that you're making sure there's no gas leaks. On your gas regulator itself, a little bit of soapy water with in a little cup with a little brush, and you can actually, once you've got that gas on, you can brush up all of the connections here and just actually visibly see, and if there's a leak you'll start to see bubbles on there. So just little things that you can do yourself in between. It's just making sure that you've not got any gas. If it's really nice and quiet, you can actually listen in to see if you can hear any gas coming through, and just obviously smell, make sure that there's no smell. So while we're inside of the caravan, just actually making sure that you can't smell any gas coming through. To run our gas system through, a great place to start is on our hob. This is just one of the first places that it's easiest to get gas through the system. You can visibly see that we've got the gas coming through, and you can actually hear it as well. So when we put it on, you can actually hear the gas hissing. So again, it's something that while everything's off, that you want to just have a good listen for, make sure that you can't hear any sound of gas and then smell of gas. Light up our gas rings, and that will start to let us get the air through the system, get all of that air purged out, and then get the gas through. Light it up, do our grill, do the oven, and then things like our fridge, our heating system, our hot water system, it's all going to light up just that little bit quicker when we're using that gas. Again, if you can leave the fridge on for a good 3 or 4 hours on the gas system, just make sure it's fully cooling down. And hot days, the weather's gone hot again now, hasn't it? So while we've got this warmer weather, the fridge is going to be working a little bit harder to actually keep the fridge cool. So something that you can do is remove your fridge vents and just let a little bit more air come through, and that will help the fridge to actually get up to temperature to cool the fridge down, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you're using the fridge and it's quite warm like it is today, whack it onto the gas, actually turn it down to a slightly lower setting, and you might find that your fridge actually works a little bit easier. But just doing these checks now, it is just going to run through, making sure all of our gas system is working. You're not going to have any issues then if we come to a site and we have a power cut or anything like that, and we need to use our fridge and items on the gas. We know that it's all working, and so great time just to do it now, this time of year. So another thing, if you go onto a site and you've got no 230 volt, we've got a video coming out soon about the Bluetti. This is going to be the ultimate off-grid camping power supply. It's getting hot, so it's time to cool down. If you're looking for the perfect van to put onto a site, or even tow for that matter, I think I've found it for you. So this is the 2020 Bessicar Cameo 835. We've got an MTPLM of 2,000 kilograms, 1,795 as it stands here now. External barbecue point, external 230 volt socket. We've got the locker that goes underneath of our seating. Nice big gas locker, and we've got the light on there as well to light up of an evening. We've got the Alco ATC. Room for 2 gas bottles and plenty of storage either side. In here we've got the external shower point. We've got the hose so that you can connect it up to a permanent water supply, which is going to be great, and we're going to tell you why in a minute. Flue for our Aldi central heating, our shower port, and then we've got onboard tank and normal Aquarol feed into the Caravan. Battery box and 230 inlet, and then we've got our cassette toilet, and then we've got a locker that goes underneath of our bed. We've even got a awning light on this offside. So coming inside of the 835, we've got this massive front seating area. Up at the front we've got USB sockets, 230 volt sockets, light switches. There is extra sockets there as well, blanking plates, so that if you wanted more sockets fitting on, there is possibility to do that. Lots of nice lighting all the way around, and we've got our handles at the front here with little lights in as well, so they're just another little feature. Obviously our fly screens and blinds all the way around. Got our speakers into the top here, and that runs through the Swift command unit up the top, so there's no separate radio, it just runs through our module on the side here. Obviously we've got solar panels built up onto the roof. We've even got a Wi-Fi adapter here, so that if you want your own Wi-Fi into the Caravan, you can run it through that. It's own little SIM card, and you can actually then have complete Wi-Fi when you're on site. Underneath of this seat we've got our Aldi central heating boiler, and also our Aldi flow. So that is going to give us constant hot water. So when we use our water connection that goes onto the mains tap, and it gives us a constant flow of hot water all the time, or a constant flow of water, on that Aldi flow system, that will give us the constant hot water. So for showers, etc., we're never going to run out of hot water basically. On the kitchen area, we've got the little fold-up unit, which makes a massive, lovely worktop. We've got two 230 volt sockets. We've got the extractor fan over the hob, so if we're cooking, got no problems, got the light on there. And then we've got the extractor fan built into the roof at the top here. Got our microwave, and we've got the big fridge freezer over on this side here. Aerial is just locked away in this cupboard here, so adjustments etc can happen in this cupboard. And then as we go into the bathroom, we have got another little bit of a storage cupboard before we get into the bathroom, where we've got the freestanding table and then just lots of extra storage. Coming now into the bathroom, we've got our extractor fan in the bathroom as well, so if we want to use that constant flow of hot water and have really long showers, got no issues with sort of creating extra steam and what have you in the bathroom area. We've got the extractor fan there. We get our little mirror sort of in the bathroom area, a huge lit up mirror on the bathroom mirror as well. That's absolutely massive. And then our lovely proper shower cubicle, obviously if we're going to use it for a long time. And then we've got our lovely wardrobes in here, and then we've got a controller for our hot water, so we can actually control exactly what the temperature gets to. So we've not got to muck about with mixing with the mixer tap on there. We can literally pop it over to the hot side of it and just set it straight on. We've not got to try and set the temperature and get it all right and waste water like that. So and that mixer valve is just in that cupboard there. Moving then through into the bedroom area, we've got our little radiator here. We've then got our lovely feature wall. We've got our speakers up here as well, and then we've got the TV bracket and the TV point, so that we can have a huge TV, a massive TV on this wall if we wanted to be able to watch in bed. A couple of extra little wardrobe areas just at the side here for storage. Obviously we've got our wardrobes either side of the bed and our little cupboards over the top of the bed. We've then got all of the storage underneath of the bed. Our front towing cover is in there. Our carpets for the caravan are in there. So lots of storage. We've got a couple of USB sockets over on the side here, and then we've got more drawers all the way down and a little cupboard over on that side. Just tucked away over this side, we've got the even more cupboards as well, so storage is just in abundance. Storage in abundance, absolutely everywhere, all the way through that. Our Aldi filler is just in there as well. And then just over here you'll see a little on and off switch. So what this little on and off switch and this little thermostat here does, it allows us to create a separate zone in the bedroom for our heating system. So we can actually set the temperature in the bedroom at a different temperature to what we can in the front area. So if we want it a bit warmer in the bedroom, we want it a bit cooler in the bedroom, we've got the option to do that. So that is literally just by this little on and off switch here, and it'll create another zone into the bedroom area. As I say, nice little wardrobes, and then we've got our storage all above. Little lights for when we come in as well. There's a couple of those in the bedroom area. So, and it's got the alarm system. So yeah, it's got pretty much everything on that you're ever going to need. Brilliant. It's going to be like a static. If you put this onto a site and just leave it there, it's massive. It's like a static really. Again, if you put an awning onto the side or what have you, you've got a bungalow. So a cracking van either to put onto a site or tour around with. You've got the option, but I think if it was me, I'd probably put it onto a site and just use it like that. But obviously that's not going to suit everybody. Let us know in the comments what you think. It's the best car 835. It's on at 31,995. And it's lovely condition all the way through. If there's any other information that you need, let us know. We've got a packed Sunday video for you. We're going to be looking at a few fixed beds under 20 grand and lightweight. We've got a campsite, a caravan site that we're going to be looking at. We've got a tip coming up, and then a look at some things that are new for 2024. So let's go on, let's go and have a look at this lovely little campsite, which isn't too far away from here. So we're just going to do a bit of a screenshot and show you around that little site. This week's holiday park is Pearl Lake, which is located in Shobden, Lempster, Hereford, which is HR69NQ. So let's have a look at the actual caravan park itself. Now this is part of Best Park, so they've got a few different sites, But this particular one at Pearl Lake, it's the 5-star holiday park with hard standing pitches, fully serviced pitches, 16 amp electric, drinking water. So you'll see on the post there we've got our drinking water tap. So fully serviced pitches. There's an amplified digital TV connection, flexible grey drainage, and then night lighting as well. So fully serviced pitches, not a huge amount of pitches here, so it's a lovely little quiet site. And they've got a little sort of 9-hole golf course on there, fishing lakes, and then there's the bar and bistro as well. So a nice range of facilities. Not all that far away from quite a few nice little attractions. And the reason that we've chosen this site is because of the midweek 3 for 2 offer, which is just a bit lower there. Yeah, so our 2 nights booked and we get a 1 night stay, so a midweek offer, which is why we've brought this one to our attention. So a lovely little site set in Herefordshire. The site opens from March the 1st till January the 2nd, and as I say, it's got some nice features. The actual site itself is this nice little site. As I say, you can see some pictures up there. They've got holiday lodges for sale. So there's it's a big park. The lake that is on here, I think it's about a 15-acre lake. So it's a huge lake that they've got on here. As I say, they've got the 9-hole golf course. There's actually a bowling green, and then loads of woodland nature trails throughout the actual site as well. So it is a cracking little site, worth a look. We'll put a link into the description just showing a little bit more, and if you want to head over and have a look at their site, and if it's close enough, as I say, it's definitely worth booking. In the lower seasons you can get some really good deals, and it is an absolute cracking site. So bear that one in mind, and let's get on with the rest of today's video. And then we have got the 2020 Bailey Discovery D44. So this is a little fixed bed model, and we're looking at lightweight vans under 20 grand. This is 17,995, 1,206 kilograms. Come and have a look at the back. So this is really funky. We've got this light sort of curve, a bit like the Airstream sort of a thing. So I really like these. Some people don't like them. They do an awning that actually wraps around the back as well, which is hopefully popping up on screen to be able to show you that.
Where does that end, the awning then, when you put that on?
So when that sort of comes on, it goes to about here normally, and then sort of wraps all the way around. Yeah, quite funky. I'm not sure about how easy it is to put it up and down. This has actually got an awning included as well with it. It's no motor mover.
One.
Yeah, I don't think it is now. Yeah, I think it's just a normal one. If you have a look in there, and I'll throw some statistics at you. So we are 23.6 feet overall, 1,059 as it stands in there, and 1,206 kilograms maximum. It's 4-berth, obviously, 2020. Nice van. Now, to try and keep the weight down on these, we do cut back slightly. So oven, hob and grill is more of just an all-in-one. So the oven and grill is a combined unit. We only get the 3 burners on there. We've got no microwave, have we? So we don't get a microwave in here. We don't get a radio in here. We've obviously got our heating and hot water, so we've still got all of our essential stuff, but not the microwave, radio, and that's about it really. So you've still really got everything that you're going to need. We did a thing on this a while ago and sort of said it was a bit like the IKEA caravan with the cupboards and everything, but I think it's really funky.
It's nice. It doesn't have a divider either, does it? So
no, so yeah, there's no sort of division from the front to the back.
It's more like a comfy 2-berth.
Yeah, a really nice 2-berth. So that's our first one. We've then got the Explore 554, and I don't think we got I think we were supposed to have a look in this last week, and we never really got a chance to go back in it properly. So this is a bit longer than the Discovery D44.
It's a bit narrower though, isn't it? Normal width. That one, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, and this is 7'2", so that's 7'6". This is 7'2", so very slightly narrower. 1335 kilograms maximum and 1159, and then it's a good 1.5 to 2 foot bigger. This is just over 24 foot from very front to very back. Similar in specification, so we still get our 3 burners on the top, combined oven and grill. No. Oh, it has, it's got the microwave. It's behind me, it's hiding behind me. And then we do get a radio. So yeah, we've got a CD radio in this one as well. So a little bit more. Now this is 14,495, but it's a few years older. I think 17 it was on this one.
It doesn't feel a few years older, does it?
No, it's still very nice. Yes, 17. It's 3 years older than the other one. But you can see from the cupboards all around, 100 and odd kilograms heavier, which is obviously because of the length. We've got the divider on the bedroom there, so that divides the bedroom, and again we get that island bed coming off of the side. But as I say, it is the 7'2", so it is a little bit narrow, but it doesn't feel narrow, does it?
Does it?
No, it doesn't feel it at all, to be honest with you. So
nice one.
yeah, that is a nice one. And then going a little bit further back, now this one's just coming, it's 2015, and it's going to be around about between 14 and 15,000, I think. Got a motor mover on this one. The Explorer, that had got a mover on as well. So you've always got to remember that the movers are going to add about 30 kilograms of weight to your empty weight on the van. So officially this one comes in at 1247 as it stands here now. So it's going to be about 1280-ish in reality because of that mover. And we've got a maximum weight of 1403. So for a big van, still lightweight.
Well, that's surprising, isn't it, really?
Yes. Very similar sort of layout to the Explorer with the island bed coming off to the side here, but again just slight differences. So we've got a proper, so literally it's just come in, so it's not been cleaned or touched or anything as yet, but we get our 3 gas rings. We've got a proper oven and grill, so separate sort of oven and grill. Got our same sort of fridge, same sort of heating system and everything. And in reality, if you have a look from down the back, then it's not hugely different from the little Explorer that we just looked in. So yeah, just another nice decent weight, a little bit heavier than the other one that we just looked in, but not massively. So this morning on the way to work, it was very frosty and a little bit colder, so just potentially getting to where the temperatures are starting to drop very slightly. So that brings us on to this week's tip.
What on earth are you doing under there?
Well, as I was saying, the weather is just dropping a little bit. It's just turning a little bit further worse, and especially if you've got your van in storage, a good time now, let's start draining our water system down. So you'll see right at the back of this one, this has got the Aldi central heating, so just at the back there somewhere, that little yellow switch there, that one there, we're going to want to keep that in that upright position, and that is going to start draining that water system down. I think it's not a bad idea to start just draining your water system down now on the Caravan. This is the one that we moved with the motor mover on Friday with the knockout because the battery was a little bit dead. Nice Unicorn Cabrera, just come in. One of the very popular layouts with that island bed at the back, and then our centre washroom. We've got a nice big fridge freezer. So again, you start to see on this one, it's got the Aldi central heating, it's got the big oven, hob and grill, we've got the electric ring, we've got the bigger washroom, and so you can see on this one from the other 3 that we looked at before, the weight's starting to creep up and it's getting a bit heavier, things like the fridge. So it's all just sort of getting that bigger, heavier van, and obviously more expensive then as well. 1,532 kilograms that, so as I say, it's just cleaning that all up, getting it ready for sale. But I think a very, very good time that we sort of start draining the caravans down. Open your taps up, probably open one up on the cold side, one up on the hot side, leave your drain valve in the open position, remove the shower hose and open the tap up, so that if we do get any little light frosts, we're not going to cause any problems with the system, we're not going to cause any damage or anything. We mentioned on Friday about the Malvern Caravan show starting on the 29th of September, running through to the 1st of October. So going to see, it's not the first show of 2000 or first show in the 2024s, but it's quite one of the sort of bigger shows that you're going to be able to see a bit more of. Not huge amounts of differences on the 2024 models. I think this year has been the first bit of a slowdown on the new sales, so I think manufacturers have been a little bit sort of uneasy to go for massive changes. So Coachman, you're going to see mainly new graphics on the outside. We'll have a look in our Lusso in a minute. We've still got the Lusso. So we're going to have some slightly new graphics that you're going to see. The lasers and the Lussos, the new 2024 Lusso, they've got a new tap in there. So there's going to be like an extendable tap in a black colour. Couple of sort of new layouts. They're not new layouts. In the laser range, we've got an 850 where they swapped the bathroom round, so it's just slightly different. And then we've got a 665, which has got single beds off the back. So we'll show you something popping up now on there. We just a good pull. As I've mentioned a minute ago when we was in the Cabrera, we'd said about the Nocco, and we used the Nocco on the Friday's video to use the motor mover. So if you didn't see that, that's popping up now on the screen. Let us know in the comments, what do you think to the bit of the few tips, little bit of different reviews on different caravans, just trying to change it up very slightly. As I say, let us know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you've not already hit that subscribe button, then let us know in the comments that you subscribed and we'll say hello. And then yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.